Yes, it's a beautiful, beautiful Friday night by my time, 8 p.m. What? How is everyone doing this evening? I hope you're fine. I'm excited to be speaking to your heart right now. And if today is your first time listening to me, please, I'd like you to type in the comment section, tell me your name and where you're joining from. And I'll be so glad to connect with you. My name is Sid Michael. I'm the president of We Leaders Book Club. I help individuals and professionals optimize their potentials for impact, income, and influence. Um, I know you're here because you are enthusiast, you're passionate about personal transformation. You want to be able to take your life from where it is right now to the next level. Welcome to class, friends and family. Um, Today's topic is something beautiful and profound, centered around how you can begin to confront your excuses and fears. My goodness. As I was just meditating upon this subject, I remember the story of Gideon in the Bible, who was ordained and called to for a particular assignment. But at some point, it was almost like his realities were not matching up with the purpose, with what God has called him into, and he had to hide. He started hiding again and again and again. It is possible you have also thought about the need for you to step into certain levels in your life, but you are scared. You are thinking, should I not? You are not stepping into those positions of authority to really begin to showcase your brilliance and the capacity that God has embedded in your life. Ma'am Dora, how you doing? Welcome to class. I see you. I see you. Okay, I love keeping to time, so always ensure you join me in class as early as possible. So, in my definitions here, to confront means to identify, to identify, to address, and also to be able to overcome those excuses and fears that seems to have held you back for a long time. Do you get it, people? Those fears, excuses that seems to have held you back for a long time. Innocent, you're welcome. How you doing this evening? Where are you joining us from? So at the end of the day, friends, you realize that it is possible for you to identify them. It is possible for you to let go of them and be able to step into the realms of work, the realms of result. Because without work, no results. Without doing the work, forget about actualizing results. Results are directly proportional to the amount of work you're able to put into whatever it is that you are bringing to the table, right? So that is why overcoming excuses and fears are very, very important. Whenever we want to enter into a new year, a new season in our lives, we are always quick to want to set goals. We are always quick to reflect upon where we are coming from, right? We're always quick to reflect upon where we are coming from so that we are able to get the results that we seek in our lives. Then we set goals, we have those resolutions, and after a while, friends, you are nowhere to be found. Like there is no consistency anymore. And at some point, you're even asking yourself, what is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? Why am I not keeping up with this project? Why am I not doing the needful in my life? Why am I not stepping into these opportunities that are laid bare before me? Do you get it, friends? So confrontation is important. I know it is not easy. Trust me, I've been there and I'm still there. There are times I want to step into certain arenas and I'm like, oh my God, my head is heavy. Can I do this? Can I do this? Can I step into this opportunity? All right, what if I fail? What if it doesn't work out? Do you get it, friends? So, excuses and fears are like procrastinations as well. They manifest themselves in different ways. So, at the core of it, we call it sabotage. We say these things are sabotages. Excuses, fears, self doubt, limiting beliefs, procrastinations, all of them, they are in the same family. Sabotage. You can type that in the room. Sabotage. Sabotage. All right, that's what they are. They are coping mechanisms, ways at which you are able to, somehow excuse yourself not to be able to do the things that you ought to be doing. Okay, we call it rationalizations. When you are sort of stepping into an arena where you begin to rationalize the situation. Okay, should I not, that kind of a thing. We justify. Okay, maybe you have not been able to do certain things. You're supposed to have read that book, but you couldn't. You start justifying. After all, I can watch videos. After all, I got busy. After all, this and this happened. Somebody sent me a message one time. I've gotten that message from a lot of people, so I don't get mad at them anymore. I see those messages all the time, and people are asking me, Coach Faith, is it only reading you do? Do you do any other work apart from just to read? And most times when I get those messages, I don't reply those messages. The reason is because people are trying to rationalize. They are trying to justify, to say, oh, Coach Faith is a reading coach. She's just a coach. That's what all she does. She reads and that's it. That's her job, right? But another person, people would use that to say that they want to excuse themselves without even knowing it. They excuse themselves trying to justify the situation. Children do this a lot, and most of the times it's a matter of immaturity. Okay, it's a matter of immaturity, because by the time a child does something and they're caught, you confront the child and you're like, why did you do this? The next thing the child is going to say is, they don't even think it's like, it's not something they try to meditate upon to see how they come up with result or feedback. No, immediately you just hear them say, oh, this person caused me to do that. This person was the one that triggered me. And that's why I would encourage you, friends, go and read the book. The very first book I recommend today is Triggers. Triggers is in our e-library. If you are not there yet, maybe I will drop the link to the e-library subscription in the comments, so you can go and subscribe. All right. Triggers by Marshall Goldsmith. Triggers by Marshall Goldsmith. Such a powerful book. Okay, such a powerful book. Somebody should type it in the comment. Yes, it's innocent. Rationalization is just a way to find an excuse. All right, to say, oh, this was the reason I couldn't. Interest is the way of commitment, friends. If you're interested, it's all good. But when you want to bring commitment into your life, such that you're able to, do the needful, step into certain opportunities and begin to do the things that matters most, my friend, trust me, you've got to let go of excuses. You've got to let go of justifications and rationalizations. Okay, like I said already, children will always have triggers. Immediately you approach them, like, why did you do this? The next thing is, oh, it was this person that said so. It's so annoying for us adults, even though we do those things ourselves. We lie to ourselves. We don't tell ourselves the truth. We justify, we rationalize, and at the end of the day, we are not where we ought to be. Okay? We are not who we are supposed to be. We give excuses. This community that you are in right now, it's a blessed community. I'm telling you. It's a blessed community. A community where you can have families like this. You're constantly talking about how you can grow, how you can build capacity for your next level, how you can improve your life, how you can become this person. We're constantly brainstorming on the table, thinking about what is the next sort of system, what is the next sort of structure that we need to build that will help you grow, that will help you become a better person. You have to cling, okay, to this platform, because this is where it all begins. So letting go of those triggers, my friend, it's a game changer, I must say. Ma'am Evelyn, how you doing? Welcome to class. I dropped a message for you on your inbox. Please do want to check after now on Telegram. Okay, so I want you to know that at the end of the day, yes, that's it, Ma'am Dora. Triggers by Marshall Goldsmith is in the e-library. We read it some time ago in the Smart Readers Academy. It was such a profound book. Yes, such a great book. So you're going to learn about these triggers, because there are a lot of things that can begin to trigger you to tilt towards the area of those sabotages that are really locking, Lurking, locking in your subconscious. They're locking in the crevices of your mind. the crevices of your soul. They are hanging around. They're just waiting for when you would say, boom, just trigger them. If you live in this part of the world that I'm in, it may seem as though you don't have mosquitoes in your environment, but just hold on. Let there be a stagnant water somewhere. It's a trigger. Leave that stagnant water for like maybe like 1 month. Okay, before you know it, mosquitoes will be everywhere. It's a trigger for them to breed, right? So there are a lot of excuses right now, justifications that are locking, okay, around the crevices of your mind, waiting for just a snap of a finger, just that snap, and they show up, they deal with you so well, right? So you have to read triggers so that you understand how to let go of them. Another book I also recommend later is Do the Work. I'm already recommending it. Do the Work by Stephen Pressfield. Profound book as well. Stephen Pressfield, Steven Pressfield. Do the Work. And then the last book I want to recommend, if I don't recommend this book on this subject, then I'm not doing well. So the book is by Brian Tracy, No Excuses. Okay. The Power of Self-Discipline. That is the book, No Excuses. I love the book, but this perspective in which the author addressed No Excuses is really about achieving your aspirations and goals. It's not too in depth into this conversation, but it's okay. It will also help you. I was just going through the book again today, and I remember the ABCDE model for prioritization. The model for prioritization, the ABCDE, like the A is the most important, followed by the B, by the C, by the D, by the E, by the A, by the B, by the C, by the D, by the E. So if you are suffering from prioritization, don't know how to prioritize, the problem is really aligning your thoughts such that you are able to do the things that matter, take one step at a time. So excuses are the often rationalizations or justification that will put out there to avoid taking action or taking responsibility. Okay, sometimes they can appear in the form of procrastinations, the form of self-doubt. This one is a deadly one. You doubt yourself, things you're supposed to do, and like, I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can step into this opportunity. I don't think I can step into these positions. All right, then you take steps backward unknowingly to you. You are withdrawing by the day, and as such you're not growing, you're not building capacity. So friends, I'd like you to like this video, share to your friends so that they can be connected as well. Okay, like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not yet subscribed. Okay, so excuses are often rationalizations, justifications for avoiding to do the work. So when you confront, you are acknowledging and challenging those issues, all right? Those challenges. Yeah, haven't you had an experience, friends, where you are going through a lot, okay? You have tried to do certain things, but they are not just working for you. Apostle Paul says, those things I want to do, I find myself not doing them. Have you been in such position before? If you have been in such position before, tell me I have been in such position before in the comments. All right, they just step into those conditions and they are just there, like it's just happening in their life. All right, they are just there. Do you get it, leader? So confrontation is important for you to navigate the terrain. Okay, sometimes the fears that we often face, apart from just the excuses, are fear of rejections, fear of failure, fear of the unknown, fear of making mistakes. What if I do this thing and it doesn't work out? What if I do this and I don't get the result that I seek? What if I do that and this came up and that came up? These are all fears. Like the full meaning of fear says, false evidence appearing real, or face your, I think there's another one to that. If you know, please type it in the comments. False evidence appearing real, that's one. Okay. So I want you to know that it is possible for you to be elevated beyond your current positioning. It is possible for you to step beyond this current environment. Embrace failure as opportunities for you to grow, for you to begin to focus on what we call intrinsic rewards of personal growth. Okay, when you embrace failure, you can begin to, a lot of times when you begin to, for me personally, there are times I launch programs, I do one or two things and it fail, I don't get the result that I seek, I don't start feeling bad. Before, I think in the early days of my coaching and mentoring, I used to feel bad. I put out a program, nothing is happening, people are not excited. For me, I'm excited to come up with that project, but it's not really yielding the kind of feedback in terms of the turn up for students to comply and work with the program or really be in class and stuff like that. I feel so bad in those days. But right now, I've been able to understand that intrinsic reward are even more important than extrinsic reward. So when you have an understanding that the more I take risks, the more I step into positions of authorities and begin to do certain things, the more I'm able to gain more intrinsic reward. Okay, intrinsic reward. What are some of these intrinsic reward? One, increase self-awareness. So like I'm in this class right now, I'm teaching. Whether you show up or not, I will still teach this class because I'm already prepared for it. I'm all set, everything is in order. I am ready for this class. So whether you show up or not, I will teach it and leave it here, right? Now, at the end of the day, the blessings that goes with, teaching this class, they come to me in the sense that my self-awareness will grow. I will grow in my capacity to be able to have a deeper understanding about my values, about my strength, about my weaknesses. I will be able to unravel that on a deeper level, deeper level. Now, the struggles that most of you are facing right now, listening to me, the struggle that you are facing, One, Ma'am Dora, Ma'am Evelyn, Letsu, the struggle you are facing right now is as a result of the fact that you don't know yourself, you don't know your capabilities, you don't know the things that you're not good at. Some of us, opportunities will present themselves before us like this. We cannot leverage on them because we don't know our strengths. You don't know to what extent. There are times I give consultations to alpha consultation services to people, to organizations. I'm just having these conversations and I'm like, my God. So I have this vibe on the inside. So this situation right now needed to even call this thing out, needed to call these ideas forth. Oh my God, needed to call this thing out of me. So I really have capacity to do this. I really have capacity to do that. Like what? This is so profound. This is so profound. This is so beautiful. And I begin to leverage on them. So if you don't even know your values, you don't know your strengths, there's what we call the SWOT analysis. Type it in the room. SWOT. Capital letters. The S is for strength, the W there is for weakness, O is for opportunities, and T is for threats. The S there, which is for strength, is connected to your opportunities. The W there for weaknesses is also connected to what? Threat. So when you know your strength, you'll be able to leverage your opportunities. When they come, you don't shortchange yourself. But most times, sabotages makes people to shortchange themselves, to put themselves in positions that are less of their personalities, that are less of who they are. So you have an opportunity knocking at your door because you are scared of public speaking. You are scared of making that presentation. You are scared of stepping into that position. You shall change yourself and you let go of that opportunity and you don't grow and you don't learn. If it's something that has to even give you money or influence, you lose out on all of those things because you have decided not to position yourself for that. So intrinsic reward for personal development, one of it is self-awareness. As you are here right now, it may seem like as you are here, it doesn't make sense. Let me even go and watch the replay later, which eventually you may never watch. Okay, but you are here right now. There's such a thing as intrinsic what? Intrinsic motivation, intrinsic personal growth. All right. So self-awareness, which allows you to be familiar with your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and your threats. So once you have them, it's going to help you as an individual be able to make better decisions that will align with your authentic self, that will align with your action going forward. I hope you're learning. So we're gonna meet on Monday again for Book Motivation Monday, BMM, guys. Let me for BMM on Monday, where we're going to be diving deeper into the subject of decision making. So intrinsic motivation, like self-awareness, intrinsic personal growth. Number two is resilience. How do you build resilience? It's by consistent steps, by not giving excuses. When you are tired, you don't feel like doing it, why don't you just do it for like 5 minutes and move on? You don't have to do it for hours on end. Do it for just 5 minutes. Enhanced resilience. A resilient person is someone who knows how to overcome challenges on this journey called life. They know how to bounce back. They know how to develop capacity for adversity. There's what we call adversity quotient or the adaptability quotient. It's a quotient, it's a level of intelligence. Adversity is not something that will just fall on you. Like you'll be like, oh, I'm a dogged person right now, I'm a resilient person. No, it grows. It grows. Remember, we're talking about intrinsic rewards of personal growth that comes with not giving excuses, that comes with not saying, oh, I will not do it or I will do it. We're talking about those intrinsic reward. Like I shared in my post this evening, that extrinsic has to be external reward. That could mean, oh, your ability to make powerful public presentations and you are able to buy into the heart of your audiences, your ability to be able to do certain things in this area and that area. You're like, oh my God, I got it right. No, intrinsic is even more beautiful because it is going to help your heart. Resilience is the sort of encounter that you have on your journey that helps you to be able to navigate setbacks, adversity quotient. So when you say somebody has adaptability or adversity quotient, you'll be like, oh my God, that is a level of intelligence. That is a level of intelligence because this person right now has this singular capacity to be able to step into new horizons. Okay, so adversity is an intelligence that you build through commitment to work, through doing the needful. There are times that you feel, oh, and that's why our kids these days, they no longer have that resilience that we as their parents have, because we're exposed to things that we did that on a normal, if you try this, they will be like, oh, this person is just going to lose the child, right? But we're given opportunities. I remember back in at the age of 10, going to the markets to meet my mom after school, my grandmom, and I would take this journey would take me like almost 30 to 45 minutes to walk to that place, and I'll cross the major road to go and meet my grandma. A lot of us are only about a kid of about 9, 10 today to cross the major road in our city. Except if you live in a sane society, I don't want to call names, a sane society where, okay, the vehicles can stop for the child, right? But if you live in a rugged environment, a rugged area, you will not allow the child to go on that journey, right? But the truth is, that is just one aspect. There are several other things, even in schools. Our kids do things in schools. We go and fight for them. We are giving assignment. We don't allow them to do the assignment. We are pampering them. We are telling them how to do it. We grew up in a way that nobody did assignment for us. When you come back from school, you know that you have 4 assignments to do. You sit down and you do them. When you fail, then your teacher will do corrections and you learn from it. These days, our parents even take the pen, they write the assignment, they do it very well, thoroughly and neat, and the child goes to school and have an A or. So what am I saying in a nutshell? That resilience is a level of intelligence. Adversity is intelligence. Okay, if you grow in it, it is going to help you to begin to navigate future obstacles with ease, with confidence, because you have done it before. If I want to show up in this class to speak, because I have done it before, again and again, just back in December here, when I was to start off the YouTube channel, I had fears. Yes, I had a million thousands of ways that I shouldn't set up the YouTube channel. I had to reach out to one of my coaches to say, oh, I want to start off a YouTube channel. What do I do? As if it is something very difficult, right? But I needed to get those answers So because there was something specifically where to do transcend with books, I was thinking, will it be possible for me to host it here since I'm a new, I just started it and all of that. So there's a level of resilience and intelligence I've also developed through that experience right now. Okay, and I can teach other people. Currently, we have over 400 subscribers on this channel. All right, if you're listening to this later in the future, I was just saying that at the time we were in this number, we're currently 400 plus in this community, just barely doing this for close to 4 months. So enhanced resilience is important. Number three is that when you are connected to this journey of letting go of excuses, another level of intrinsic reward you're going to be having is a greater sense of purpose. A greater sense of purpose. When you engage in personal growth activities, let go of excuses and fears, you are going to build a purpose. You're going to build your purpose. You're going to grow your capacity. You're going to clarify your values, set meaningful goals, and pursue activities that are aligned with your passion and interests. Okay, which will in turn bring a deeper sense of fulfillment. Okay, another one is improve relationship. How do you gain this sort of access? Personal growth involves developing interpersonal skills such as empathy, communication, conflict resolution, and more. And the last point is lasting sense of accomplishment. Are you guys still here? If you're still here, tell me I'm here. Lasting sense of accomplishment. You see that, friends? Lasting sense of what? Accomplishment. This sense of achievement allows you to be able to boost your self-esteem, your confidence, and also provide motivation for you to continue to strive for growth. Personal growth is all encompassing, my friend. It is all encompassing. The journey is so big, the journey is so beautiful, and if you stay put, you realize that, oh, just by reading books, beyond the fact that I want to use that knowledge to impact my world, it is really helping me build self-awareness. That's intrinsic reward. It is helping me build self-awareness and developing resilience by staying committed and consistent to read on a daily basis, whether I feel like it or I don't feel like it. Okay, ma'am, even you're here. All right. Whether I feel like it or not, I am constant with the project. I am constant with what is possible. It brings so much sense of achievement. Now, let's quickly discuss strategies for managing and overcoming your fears and excuses. So we've deliberated. Okay, let's see here as well. I'm not saying the numbers clearly. So let's talk about strategies for managing and overcoming excuses. I'd like you to type that in the room. Strategies for managing and overcoming excuses and fears. I believe I've been able to establish a foundation to say that excuses are sabotages, just like fear. Okay, they are constantly lurking around in your mind, in the crevices of your mind, to show up when there is a trigger. And I recommended the work by Marshall Goldsmith. The title of the book is Triggers, right? I used the illustration, the analogy of that of a child who does any other thing, and the next thing is there's always a trigger. There's always someone around that causes them to take such steps. So for you personally, individually, you would also have to understand what are your triggers so that you are able to navigate at the end of the day. So strategies for managing and overcoming excuses and fears. How do you let go, friends? How do you let go? Trust me. If there's a room you have never entered into before, the first time you enter into that room, you are going to be pretty scared. You are going to give excuses why you should step into that room. If you are given an opportunity to speak in an environment, in a congregation, you are going to be scared. That's why knowledge like this is so paramount, to help you step beyond your current condition, to help you step into that horizon wherein lies capacity for your next level. So number one strategy for managing excuses and fears is by identification. Identify and acknowledge the fact that you are facing a challenge. Be honest with yourselves, okay? Be honest with you about the reason you are not doing the work, about the reason for the resistance, about the reason, yes, strategies for managing or overcome fear, about the reasons for your reluctance. Why are you reluctant? Why are you not stepping up? Why are you not taking the bull by the horn? Knowing fully well that we've got a few days, a few months, few years left in this environment that we're in, that is so available for us to be able to do the needful in our lives. So identify and acknowledge excuses, my friend. If you have been excusing yourself from doing the work, you've been excusing yourself from stepping into that position of authority because you were scared, you have limiting belief. People told you while you were a child that you are not good enough, that you cannot do this thing. And then you have become a grown-up adult of 40, of 60, of 70, and you are still living as a child because you were spoken out of your dream. You were taught you were not good enough. To identify and acknowledge your excuses. Why are you making excuses? Why are you not reading books? Why are you not attending seminars? Why are you not building capacity? No, not everybody want to build capacity for impact, influence, and income. Maybe I should even add intrinsic personal growth. All right? People want to build capacity for their intrinsic alignment, not because they want to impact the next person, not because they want to make more money, not because they want to be influential people, all right? But just because of the reward that comes with this thing, the reward of intrinsic growth, self-awareness, resilience. Okay, mention them in the comment, guys. Resilience, lasting sense of accomplishment, improved relationship. These are the reasons I am reading. I am not reading because I want to show off. I happen to just be the president of Free Leaders Book Club, and I get to showcase a lot around books just so you'll be motivated, just so you'll be inspired to want to have it as a lifestyle, just so you'll be inspired. All right? So that is it, friends. That is it. So acknowledge your problem, identify. Socrates says the mass wisdom begins from the place of knowing thyself. Knowing thyself is the beginning of wisdom. Was it said by Socrates or Aristotle? Let's check. Knowing thyself. Let me just clarify this today because I've been making that mistake again and again. Knowing thyself is Aristotle, guys. Knowing yourself is the beginning of wisdom. It's Aristotle, not Socrates. Knowing yourself is the beginning of wisdom. Man, know thyself. Paul speaking in the Bible, it says, that I may know him and the power of his resurrection. Meaning that it was a necessity for Paul to be able to know God because that was wisdom. Wisdom lies in knowing God. Okay? Wisdom lies in knowing you. When you know you, you can interact better with yourself. So acknowledgement is important. What are my excuses? What are my mistakes? Why am I not doing the things I need to do? Why am I not reading books? Why am I not helping people? Why am I not teaching? Why am I not coaching? Why am I not writing that books that I've planned about writing? Why am I procrastinating? What are my challenges? What are my challenges? Maybe Socrates repeated it, but that's originally Aristotle. That's what I saw on Google. So the first strategy for managing and overcoming excuses and fears is identification, guys. If this is your first time stopping by on my channel, please do want to subscribe, like, and share this video. We do this every single Friday by 8 p.m. What? Don't miss out. It is all called the Readers Publish Show. All right. Number 2 is challenge limiting beliefs. One thing I love about challenging limiting beliefs is that there are tools as well. Because limiting beliefs are embedded in your subconscious. Like I said already, they are lurking around in the crevices of your soul, of your mind. They are lurking around. So for you to be able to challenge limiting beliefs, It means that you must be able to question the validity of those beliefs. Type that in the comments. You must be able to question the validity of those beliefs. Beliefs are ingrained in us. Sometimes we grow up in environments where our beliefs were forged in a certain way, our values were forged in a certain manner. But growing up right now, can you begin to question the validity of the belief? Okay, let's just say Socrates is the source. Cool. All right. So, can you begin to question the validity of that belief? What is the belief that is fueling your excuses and your fears? That you keep on rationalizing, you keep on justifying your mistakes, you keep on justifying you not doing the work. All right? Ask yourself, are they based on facts or assumptions? The book we discussed in Book Motivation Monday last Monday by Mike Bayer, One Decision by Mike Bayer. Then we spoke about force as a factor. All right? Force as a factor that is really keeping us, okay? That there is a source to everything that is keeping us thought not to make a bad decision, right? And in there we spoke about the old force is overgeneralization. Overgeneralization or objectivity. Overgeneralization is positive energy, sorry, is negative energy. Objectivity is positive energy. Now, if you are to challenge limiting beliefs, you would have to ask yourself, what kind of force is limiting beliefs? Okay, what kind of force? Then the F we said is something that has to do with fact finding or fortune telling. Fortune telling is negative, fact finding is positive for the first factor. F is for fortune telling or fact finding. O is for overgeneralization or objectivity. So, fortune telling, which has to do with fiction, okay, does not really work based on facts. All right, it's not a balanced judgment. Let me give you an example. You heard somebody said something about you, said something concerning you. Now, if you are a fortune teller, oh my goodness, knowledge is powerful, guys. If you are a fortune teller, you'll be quick to be like, immediately somebody comes around and be like, oh, this person said this about you. If you are a fortune teller, you will now begin to say, really? You said that about me? I'm going to deal with you. In fact, I'm not going to talk to you for the next 1 month. We ladies, we love to do that. We malice around a lot. All right? I'm not going to talk to you anymore. You're going to mind your business. I'm just going to mind mine. I will mind my own business as well. So you now begin to fortune tell, even without having facts about why the person said the thing, or if the person even said the thing, or if the person said it the way it was told. It was told you, all right? Did the person say it that way? Did the person say it that way? So your ability to now begin to go back and fact finding, dig for facts, will now begin to justify your level of acceptance of such feedback. If somebody says you're not beautiful, really? You are going to fact find. Don't be a fortune teller. Don't say, oh, I'm not beautiful. Okay, but so many people have said that about me. Possibly I'm not really beautiful. No, you are going to begin to fact find. Begin to look at yourself and say, what values do I have? What abilities do I have? What are my strengths and weaknesses? And then you begin to leverage on your strength factors. And at the end of the day, you're able to position well to reply that feedback based on facts. Do you understand? Based on facts, friends. Are you learning? So challenging limiting beliefs is a strategy for managing and overcoming excuses and fears. There are limiting beliefs that have restricted you. These things are perspectives. They are perspectives. That's why I love to read a lot of books. Because when I read, my perspectives are being changed and being transformed from the inside out. My mind is renewed. My heart is receptive to positivity. My mind is positioned for work. And at the end of the day, I'm getting the result that I seek in my life. So your limiting beliefs of, give an example of a limiting belief that you think you have. Give an example of a limiting belief. I'm not good enough. I don't think it is possible for somebody of my tribe to be able to do this, because there are so many disadvantages in here. There are so many disadvantages in here. So I don't think somebody of my caliber will be able to do this. In my community, it is told that women of a certain age can no longer do this. All right? Can no longer do this. For example, we live in a patriarchal society in Africa. Okay? We live in a patriarchal system. What that means is men are like at the end of affairs in every organizations and parastatals. Before you have one woman out of 5, it's not easy. I think it's the margin is, the gap is closing right now, and it's becoming very close. But before now, it wasn't always like that. So you just tell yourself, it's not possible. Let me share this story of mine that just came to my heart right now. There was this friend that we grew up together. We're in the choir. I respected her. I love her so much. I don't want to be too descriptive. So if there's somebody listening right now, they don't know what I'm talking about. So I love her so much. We were very close. We did a lot together. And when I got into school, my first level, at the time I was in school, she was already giving birth to children. I was just a young girl. I think I was about 20 at that time. So she was already giving birth to children. And one day she called me. And when she called me, I was so happy. Oh my God, I was excited. And we got talking. And then she told me, how far, when are you getting married? And I'm like, that's the list on my agenda right now. I'm in school. I'm in school right now. My focus is my studies right now. And then she told me, you are wasting your energy. You and this you're reading. You and this you're reading. Are you not aware that by the time you finish all this you're reading, you go and end it up in the mass kitchen? You go and end it up giving birth to children. You go and end it up this and this. And I'm like, that was the last time I spoke with her. And I told her, if that thing you are doing right now is sweeting you, that was the exact feedback I gave. If you're enjoying it, I don't think you will invite me. You need sympathetic resonance, as Kule Shoyon will call it. You need sympathetic resonance. You need somebody that will come and rub your shoulders, romance you in the same dungeon that you are in, or in the same place that you are in that is not really helping your life. Because at that age, or at that tender age, you were ready with kids, and then you've not gone to school, you didn't bother to further your education. So, and for me, I'm encouraged to go back to school, further my education, even though we grew up in an environment where it was almost like it's not possible for us to even make it in life. Because growing up in a remote environment right before the age of 16, you don't have access to the TV. It's almost like you will never make it again, because at that age, children in other part of the world, they're already coding, they're already doing a lot of things. But you have never seen the TV, or you've seen, you usually will stretch your neck in your neighbor's compound because your family could not afford it. So for me to have stepped into an institution, and I was married at that time, and you're coming to tell me I should go and marry and we'll end it up in the mass kitchen, why am I wasting my time? It wasn't really her fault. It was a belief system that kept her at that level. And then she had to, opt in for the marriage thing as opposed to striving to go to school to further your education. So it's a limiting belief. You're not supposed to believe that today. While I was selling books very actively, people would look at me and be like, will book give you money? I beg, will book help? In fact, recently, in this very time that we're in, I think that was late last year, I was running an ad for a reading challenge, and somebody saw the ad and commented in the comment section, which book did our president read? I don't want to call the president. Which book did he read to enter into that position? And I was just like, oh my God, people like this are still in this world, in this time where knowledge is everywhere. I just had to delete. In fact, I deleted his life, deleted his DNA out of my comment section because I didn't have time for banter. I didn't want to banter words with nobody because I have better things to do in my life. So I deleted his life and his DNA from my comment section, blocked him to never see my page again. So limiting beliefs. What are those limiting beliefs that are lurking in your consciousness right now, waiting for triggers? All right, triggers of excuses and fears to experiment. Number three strategy for managing and overcoming excuses is what? Setting clear goals. Now, this one is a big one, guys. It's a big one. It's a big one. It's a big one. Yes, Mama Essential, it's funny. Yes, it's a limiting belief. Let's see. It is. The kitchen is meant for us women. And we should not go to school. We should go and be cooking and giving back to children. The production economy. So when it comes to letting go of excuses and fears, you must be able to set realistic goals. I love the SMART model of goal setting. SMART. Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. You must be able to set SMART goals. All right. Number 4 is ensure that you are able to learn how to break your task into smaller steps. And I love the ROPS model of task alignment, the rock, pebble, and sand analogy from the book Free Time Formula by Jeff Sanders. Yes, Jeff Sanders is the author of Free Time Formula. If you want to learn how to utilize the rock, pebble, and sand analogy, where your rock become your major activity for the day, followed by the sand, okay, followed by pebble, then before the sand. All right, so that alone allows for prioritization. It allows you to be able to break your task down into the things that you can handle. All right, if your tasks are not small enough, the day I received freedom in this aspect was like, I think that was like 3-4 years ago. I received my freedom here. I'm not the type that love to do laundries. No, I don't love it. In fact, I don't love it. I hate it with passion. I want to be able to make more money and employ people to do all of them for me. No matter what, I just want to sit down. Anyway, I have my own issues. So I just want to sit down. I just want to sit down and be pampered. So the day I came across breaking tasks into smaller chunks, you'll be amazed at the level at which I break tasks. You'll be wondering what's wrong with this woman. What is wrong with her? I can want to clean my kitchen and I just take a portion like this. Okay, let me use this bookshelf for example. Maybe I want to clean this bookshelf. I can clean only this part for today. And that's all. I'm done. I'm done for that day. I have cleaned the bookshelf for that day. Tomorrow I'll come back and clean this other portion. Which one? This other portion. I'll come and clean this one. I'll do it like that consistently for like maybe 2 weeks before I'm able to finally clean everything. And it's working for me in all areas of my life. It is working. Whether it is reading, I recommend 15 minutes in a day. Try it out. Just 15 minutes in a day. In my house, as a family, we read 1 chapter of the Bible every day. 1 chapter of the Bible every day. And you cannot imagine how many books of the Bible we cover every single year. You cannot imagine how many books of the Bible we cover every single year. And the level of growth on how we connect biblical lessons into our lives, because these are our fundamental beliefs. You cannot imagine it. Sometimes you'll be wondering, the Bible is a big book. It has 66 books, and there are a lot of chapters, right? You're reading 1 chapter a day. How long will you do that? Do you know that if you're reading 1 chapter of the Bible every single day consistently, by I think in 3.5 years, you will be done with the complete Bible. So you'll be done with the complete Bible in 3.5 years. So let's say you have kids who will be with you for the first 18 years of their lives. So divide 18 by, let's say when they start reading at the age of 5, 6. So it means that if you stay consistent with that principle, you're able to turn the Bible around 4 times. 4 times before they leave your home. 4 times to turn the Bible around. You know what kind of growth that's going to be? It's applicable to all areas of our lives, even food. I eat that way as well. I don't eat on my meal once. I'm eating it. I can eat 10 times, but I eat them in bits. Although it may not be the best for you, but just look at for that area you are struggling and you are intending to have results. You are intending to let go of excuses, and then you can break your task into tiny bits. There's this book by BJ Fox, Tiny Habits. There's a mini habit book. I think it was mini habits I read, but mini habits, tiny habits, atomic habits, power of habits, they are all the same concept. You know, going atomic. For atomic habits, going so little into the littlest of what you think you can accomplish per time. Even the human system, that's how we are wired. The human system, we are wired that way. The full compartment that you see like this has little components that came together to make up this major compartment, and that's what we call cells. cells. That is a fundamental unit of a man. Cells. Okay, cells. They're the fundamental unit of a man. So we say cells come together to produce what? Tissue. Is it tissue? Yes, cells comes together to produce tissues. Tissues comes together to produce organs. Organs comes together to produce system. That's the framework. Cells, tissue, organs, and system. So God did not just wake up and say, let me create the system called man. He did not just wake up to do that. He had to create cells, the smallest particle. Then from cells to tissues, from tissues to organs, from organs to system. This is it. So several organs make up this compartment. Inside of those organs, we have tissues. Inside of those tissues, we have cells. So you as a person, for you to be able to build an holistic system that will begin to work in your life, in your finance, in your business, in your parenting, whatever, like they say, little drops of water makes the mighty ocean. You must be able to take tiny little steps. That is consistency. Tiny little steps. So one strategy to let go of excuses and fears is by breaking your task into smaller steps. Become a genius at that. Become a genius at that. Instead of giving excuses, become a genius at really ensuring that you are able to do just one thing. Maybe there's a goal for the week. There's a goal of accomplishing a particular thing for the week. There is a goal. Maybe in a week you have 5 things you want to accomplish. How do you break these things down into manageable chunks? All right, so that you are able to get results. Do you get it? I saw what Mam Nusesha shared. She said our fathers valued their male sons more than their. Is even applicable even up to now. It's still on, not our fathers, even people of this time and age. It's just not, the thing is already a belief system. So even our people at this level that we're in, we're trying to still come out of that belief. We're trying to still come out of it because it's already ingrained to our subconscious. So a female child sees themselves less than their male siblings because of that belief system. So you are going to go back tonight and do the assignment of really looking at yourself and next every compartment. What are those limiting beliefs that have kept me in one place? I'm not able to accomplish the life of my dream. What are the limiting beliefs? What are the limiting beliefs today that's making me to be like this? My mates in other part of the world, they're accomplishing certain things, and I'm scared that I may not be able to accomplish them. All right, other parents in another part of the world, they are doing certain things for their kids, and I'm scared that it will never be possible because I'm from this part of the world. I'm from Africa, I'm from Asia, I'm from Europe. What is the limiting belief? All right. So begin to break your task into manageable chunks. It is going to help you. If you're going to be affirming, one thing I love about affirmations and visualizations is the fact that it helps to reinforce your goals. It helps to reinforce those desires, those positive desires that you've been able to itemize, that you've been able to compartmentalize. It helps to reinforce them. So you can begin to affirm affirmations. You wake up in the morning, you're telling yourself, I'm beautiful. They have always told you you are ugly. I'm beautiful. All right. I'm an intelligence. Right. Whatever it is that people have said, there's a limiting belief stifling you right now. Rephrase the conversation. Repurpose the statement. Remember, do not use not when you are affirming. Don't say, I am, I shall not be beautiful. I am not, okay, I am not ugly. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say, I am not ugly. If you say I'm not ugly, your subconscious does not understand not. It will delete it. And it will not be, I am ugly. That's why people that pray in church, most times I wonder how they pray, because you hear somebody will be saying, I shall not be broke. I shall not. Guys, tell me some of those prayer points we pray in church. All right. I'm a pastor, and as well as a pastor's wife. So what are some of those prayers we pray in church? I shall not be broke. It is not my portion. Guys, I've stopped praying those prayers a long time ago. When I understand those confessions and the essence of positive affirmations, I had to learn. You let go of the not factor. You let go of the not factor. Like the devil said to Eve, did God say you should not eat? In the subconscious of Eve, the not was deleted. Did you see? God said we should eat. Did you see that? God said we should eat. It was a subtle way of deceiving Eve to do that. So when you affirm to reinforce your desires, to reinforce your goals, to ensure that you get results, don't. In fact, I'm going to have a session specifically on affirmation. I'm going to teach you guys affirmation big time, or maybe we'll have it in the book Motivation Monday. We'll get a book and I will deconstruct the lessons in those books and teach. All right, it's important. Okay, so the next thing is practice self-compassion. Okay, there's what I call compassionate accountability. I would like you to type that in the room. Compassionate accountability. It is a process of you being kind and compassionate towards yourself, especially when you're facing challenges, fears, setbacks. Okay, encourage yourself. If a friend is making a mistake, you would encourage a friend and say, don't give up. It's not over yet. That's not the end of life. But why is it that when it happens to you, you beat yourself? When it happens to you, you beat yourself. So become compassionately accountable from today. When something happens in your life and it's a negative experience, just tell yourself, I'm compassionately accountable. I'm compassionately accountable right now. Yes. Seek support. That's why we end it. Seek support. No man is an island. No man has gotten it all together. Look out for people who can help you. People who are on the same journey. Like as we're on this journey together, join the community, be active. If you like to join a coaching program where you have to pay some monies to be more accountable, to have coaching in your life, do it. Support is a beautiful thing. If I had known before now, I would have started paying for support when I was still very young. Younger than this. I'm younger than this. Reach out to a friend, reach out to a coach, reach out to a family member, reach out to a mentor, reach out to a support group. I shared in one of our sessions that there's this person that was saying that, hey, I manifested my goals. I told myself before this time to this time, I'm going to join a support group that is loving, that is this, where they teach this and teach that. And the person was so excited that he or she has been able to accomplish such goal. Do you often say that, oh, I want to join a coaching group, I want to join a support group, let me save money to get in? But rather, you keep delaying your growth. You keep, limiting yourself. If somebody comes to you and say pay money for coach, you start drawing back, you start running away. you are doing you. You are doing you. All right. For me personally, as a coach, when you come into my space and say, okay, this is what you have to pay for the coaching, and you don't you run away, you're not doing me, because I move on to the next person. There's several people who are out there waiting for me to coach and mentor them. Do you see that? So I'm saying this to say that if you want to facilitate your growth, you need support. You cannot do it alone. I too, yesterday I was having a conversation with someone, and my coach was speaking in the background, and I was just telling the person, I'm in class with my coach. The person was still hearing it. And the person was like, a coach also has a coach. I said, of course. When you are giving that, you must also get from somewhere. You must also take it from somewhere. All right. So get a coach, join a support system. All right. Reach out to a friend who can also help you. There are good friends out there. If you have also shown yourself friendly, who are on the same journey, not somebody who is telling you, why will you be reading? Those people, they are just speaking English. They are aspiring to perspire. All right. So please read books. Get friends who are on the journey. It could also be a family member who is intentional about their transformation. Make friends with them, connect with them, and see how you grow together. Share your fears, your excuses. This one is very, very important, because when you have somebody you can share your fears with, it makes life easier. Oh, these are my fears. I'm about to step into this horizon. I'm about to step into this opportunity. Oh, I'm scared to death. I don't know if I'm going to make it. I don't know if I'm going to get the result. I want to invest this into my life experience. I don't know how it's going to look like. Some people cannot even buy books. They can't pay $10, $5 to buy a book. Like, I'm like, where are you going in life? Are you sure it's going to be easy for you to make it? You cannot buy a book. And even when eventually buy like me now, there's the concept of Sudoku. It sets in. Sudoku means people like to buy books but never read them. Right? It's a Japanese word, in Sudoku. So they buy a lot of books. It's a sickness, and you never read them. I know of people online who are constantly looking for free ebooks to download. They get those books, they don't read them, they compile them, and they can be so proud to tell you, I have 1,000 books on my archive, this and this. I'm like, okay, how many have you read? How many have you applied in your life? That's what is an intentional readers community. In our Leaders Book Club, we are in for the ACI model this year. We are accountable, we're committed for execution, and we're intentional about our growth. It's our model. Want to join the Leaders Book Club community? We've got personal development and leadership book club, spiritual growth book club, speaking and writing book club, business book club, relationship book club, and productivity and mindset book club. Reach out and join any of the book club. Okay, pay a token that is enough that is not even big enough for you to dash out to somebody. Pay that token, get into the book club, and begin to read intentionally. Inculcate the ACI model. Anytime you read, look out for athletes to execute on the ideas that are roaming your mind. The more you execute, you see yourself stepping into a position of leadership, and by the time you consistently do that, your growth will become so powerful. You become so irresistible. You become a thought leader in your industry, the growth expert, the person that we are all looking out for to connect with. So, friends, that is it today. Overcoming excuses and fears, confronting them. I hope you have learned something as much as I have learned as well. There's been a moment of growth, exposure. We have spoken about intrinsic reward of personal growth. We have delved into what it means to confront your excuses. We said it is about identification, addressing them, and overcoming them as well. I recommended 3 books. One of such is Do the Work by Stephen Pressfield, Triggers by Marcia Goldsmith, and No Excuses by Brian Tracy. Thank you so much for your time tonight. I hope to see you on Monday. We're going to continue from this, from where we left off last week on decision making. If you've been missing out on our Monday conversation, I don't know why. Like you're missing a lot. All right. Make sure you join us on Monday 5 a.m. Watts as we discuss decision making on a deeper level. I'm looking at sharing from the work of Anne Bogle this time around. Anne Bogle, don't overthink it. That book, I'm seeing between, but I love that book. Don't overthink it, and Bogle. So don't miss it on Monday, and the next week Friday we'll meet here again for another time together, where I just open you up to possibilities that are embedded within your capacity. Yes, once you know how a thing works, it works better, friends. When you have knowledge as to how you function, how you do your things, how you grow, works better. Yes, I help you use reading as a tool for personal alignment because I know that it is foundational to the list of things. Not everybody can pay for coaching. Not everybody can go to a higher learning institution. Not everybody can, have access to certain things. But by just interacting with books, just sleep on it, wake up, snooze, meditate, incubate the ideas, and boom, you are doing amazingly. All right, I'll see you on Monday and next week Friday. Bye. I love you all. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. It's been fun and effortless. All right, friends. Bye for now.